Most law students think that to improve your grades, you need to be taking massive action, study so much more hours. But I am here to tell you that that is 100% not always the case. This is coming from someone who failed 8 units when I was in law school, then continued to improve my grades, got 3 high distinctions in my last semester, and now I'm a lawyer. I'm going to share with you 4 law school study habits that you can implement that can take only less than 30 minutes to do. By the way, if you're new here, this is all the content that I post on this blog and on my page based off my reflections from bouncing back from 8 failed classes. First one is honestly something that you can easily implement into your study routine already, and I presume that you do this because you should do this, but before you do your required readings for the week, if it is available, review the lecture slides before beginning the readings. And I'm not talking about like watch the lecture before you do the reading. No, just review the lecture slides. You can just skim through it, because what this does, it provides you a little bit of context before you commit to the hundreds of pages of readings that you may be doing. A little knowing what you're getting into before you commit to the multiple pages of readings that you gotta do. Again, this is something that you can already incorporate into your current study routine. It takes less than 30 minutes to do. Of course, it can take a little bit longer depending on what your reading speed is, but it is something that can help you a lot with staying focused with your readings and also understand what is going on with your readings, because we all know that after 10 pages, you tend to lose your focus and you just don't know what's going on. So good to know what's going on. The second one is creating your exam notes for that week. And keep in mind, it doesn't have to be perfect exam notes, just something that is ready to go. You can always fix up formatting, you can always make things nicer later, but just have something there ready to go. The time frame between your last class and your exam isn't that much, and you don't want to be using that limited time creating exam notes. You want to actually be using it to study, review, revise. So if you have exam notes ready to go, you can be able to properly maximize that time. And you're creating exam notes for that week doesn't have to take so long, because presumably you've done your readings for the week, you've done your lectures, you've done your classes, you've already got a whole bunch of notes there already to work with. All you've got to do is to condense that into exam ready notes, and that doesn't have to take too long to do. You can spend more than 30 minutes if you want to, but if you really want to go with a minimum, of course, address what you don't understand immediately. Sometimes this involves you doing some extra research, going through the readings again, going through the lectures again, something like that. But the fastest way to address what you don't understand right away is asking the teacher. Of course, the way it will be more than 30 minutes is that if you discuss with the teacher for more than 30 minutes,